Yo, today I will be gender neutral. And no, I don't mean that I converted or something like that. No, I'm just going to talk and try to be as objective as possible about men and women, or whatever, however you want to pronounce it. I know Goatis likes to correct people when it comes to pronouncing this word. Okay? So I might mispronounce it quite often. Okay. We don't care about that though. So I will talk about how it's funny. And okay, I'll try to be as objective as possible. Now, obviously, I'm a man, so I might be biased sometimes, but I'll look at the way both act when it comes to a certain thing and what we can learn from it. Okay? So I'll start with women. Whenever, there's a fat chick or just an ugly chick in general who posts on social media or on Instagram, for example, there's a bunch of her friends in the comments telling her how, oh my God, slay queen, you're the best, you're the most attractive, heart emojis, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Or they would be like ignoring everything, it doesn't matter that it's a disgusting, ugly, fat chick who's posting herself like an ugly ass selfie in a not even like good lighting, no nothing, like unprofessional, very unprofessional and all that. Okay, I'm trying not to swear because if you hear me kind of biting my tongue, I'm trying not to swear because YouTube is on my A, okay? But they would be like, oh my God, you're the best, you're the, and, or they would be like, oh my God, I love that necklace. That's such a cool necklace. And it's like, yo, she got like a small ass necklace on her neck and you're ignoring the whole big ass picture of, this picture just sucks objectively, okay? Everything is bad, but you see the little painting on the wall in the corner and you're like, oh, I love that. Oh, you're the best. Oh, That's, first of all, extremely fake, okay? That's extremely fake, okay? Okay, I will not go into details for now. Let's look at the other side. We got, for example, a guy, let's take the fitness example, for example. I'm saying example a lot. But for example, let's take the fitness example. I just said that again. When a guy has, is buff, is built, he got crazy biceps, crazy shoulders, crazy chest, his bench is good, his, all that. And then they're like, oh, but your calves are small. They post like a gym selfie or something like that. Now, if in the gym selfie you include your calves, because for the most part, no, people don't really do that, but say it's a full body gym selfie, they if they can see the calves, they'll be like, the entire comment section will be like, yo, why are you skipping leg day? When are we training calves, bro? Or things like that. And it's funny because they undermine everything, but the calves, the quote unquote only bad thing in that image, right? So we got two opposites of the same extreme. We got girls hyping up either no real advantage or a very small advantage. They're making it like that's the biggest thing ever. Meanwhile, we got guys that are undermining like the smallest thing ever. Okay, pun intended. Okay, or no pun intended, because I didn't mean that, I guess. But how can we look at those two sides and be like, well, I don't have a script, so I'll just continue talking. It's funny to me. It's funny to me. Which one do you think leads to better results though? Okay. The fat girl who gets praised. Because here's the thing. The fat girl who's praised, who's people just have a good have a positive reaction to that fat girl. And when I say people, I usually mean girls, okay? Or maybe like their gay best friend or something like that, or relatives or whatever. But no actual dude is gonna say that. That's like you know what I mean. That's trying to smash or whatever, because believe it or not, there are some dudes that are really trying to smash these girls. Because we live in that kind of world now. But whenever that happens, that girl is gonna be like, oh, maybe I am the shit, okay? I just swore for the first time. I think that's fine though, come on. But she'll go think that, and she'll be like, And they'll be like, oh, then I probably don't need to change anything about myself. Because I'm like, okay, I'm good enough, right? I'm all these beautiful ass girls are telling me how I'm beautiful too. We got the same comment section damn near, okay? And so I won't try to do anything about it, and I'll just be like this because I'm already beautiful shit. So that means I need Chad. I'm entitled to Chad, right? Because I'm beautiful, right? So I can have an ugly guy that's my match, okay? But this happens twofold, okay? Because they also say this. They say this. They encourage them like that because in reality they don't want them to be better than them, okay? Because they're kind of jealous, okay? Especially if they're like in the same friend group. I know if you're a girl and watching this, you're probably annoyed, but okay, I need to clarify again that I'm not talking about every single girl, okay? But 90%, come on, 99%, okay? They don't want them, because even for men, it's a little bit like this. You don't really want, but it's a bit different for men. I'll get into that. But even for men, we don't really want anyone. I think it's just human nature. We don't want like our friends to be just better than us. We don't want to be the loser and them be the winner. Okay. We'd rather either both of us are losers or both of us are winners. I'm not gonna be the loser and you're gonna be the winner. Okay. That's how we think. So, but they try to drag them down. Okay. They're like, oh, you're beautiful. So they'll be like, oh, I'm beautiful. That means I won't need to lose weight, okay? I'm beautiful the way I am. I won't need to find a better way to put on makeup or whatever, because that's really the two levers, Like as a girl, if you're like skinny and know how to use makeup, you're pretty much set, okay? For most of them. Okay, if you're skinny and you know how to use makeup and you still like are chopped, might be over, okay? Or you might have to do some some hard max stuff, okay? But I won't get into that, but I'm just saying, like, if you're skinny and have like good makeup on, it's like how could you be, you know? At least be above average, okay? But even as an average girl, you can get like guys, but don't expect Chad, okay? Or maybe expect them for like one night stand, I don't know. But yeah, so when they do that, they really they try to drag them down so that they can remain the better looking one, okay? And it's also like kind of a mutual thing, because you've probably heard how attention is like the currency of them, okay? I'm sounding like a fucking misogynistic fuck right now, but like I don't care. No. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just the truth sometimes hurts, okay? The truth sometimes hurts. But I feel like most men wouldn't be offended. It's just that some women will be. But fuck it. Okay, I'm swearing too much. See, this is annoying. Like, why do I gotta bite my tongue on YouTube? I thought that was a problem of the past. You know, like I thought there was an update that now you can kind of swear, but you know, YouTube is literally limiting my videos. Okay, so I gotta be careful, unfortunately, which makes this even harder. Okay, I almost said the S word. Okay, the poop. Okay, that S word. Hopefully, poop is like not a swear word. So is their currency, okay? Is attention is like their currency. So so that's why they do this. They're like, okay, I'm gonna give attention to this ugly girl that I don't even believe. I don't even believe what I'm typing. I'm like, oh my god, you're so beautiful. Full caption, smiley face, heart emoji. And they're literally typing that with a straight face, not believing anything they're typing. Okay, but they're doing that in hopes, and this is the craziest part, in hopes that that girl that receives that message will then themselves do the same thing for them when they post, okay? But then they also know that the exact same thing is like fabricated, and that fat girl will probably be like, oh my god, you're so beautiful, with hard eyes and everything, with a straight face again, not believing anything. And matter of fact, if they're actually more beautiful than her, she would be jealous. She would be like, I hope she's like, you know, I hope. I gotta think what I say right now, okay? I hope she's gonna get she's gonna look worse in the future. Okay, we'll say it like that, family friendly way. She's gonna be like, oh, I hope she's gonna be uglier in the future or something like that. You know, she'll think to herself while typing that message. Okay. But then again, she's also typing because she feels the need to do that because she typed herself. Now she has to type, and it's a vicious loop of just fake, you know, fake approval, and part of them knows that, and the other part is like, oh, I got 50 people telling me how beautiful I am. I must be beautiful. Okay, it's like there are two parts to this, and yeah. But overall, the whole thing is extremely fake, and doesn't really lead to any growth, to be honest. Like approval for no reason. Now, the only thing that I could think of, it could make them more confident to post, right? Because a lot of them are insecure, and a lot of them, you know, might actually look good, but they are just too insecure to post. And just thinking about they take 100 pictures. Out of those 100, they gotta pick one. You know, like then they start even maybe altering it they do the color grading, they do everything. They're like, and they still might not post. Now, I'm be honest, I did that as a guy too, okay? I'm being honest here. Hey, I did that as a guy too. Now, 100 posts, I don't know. But I did color grade my stuff and I did, like, do that kind of stuff and still not post. Okay? Now, I wouldn't really do that. But then again, currently I don't have Instagram anymore. I haven't had it for about since the start of the year, basically, because oh my god, there's this dude who's, hopefully you can hear him. It's like a guy that's screaming at the top of his lungs because he needs metal for whatever reason. He's coming with a big ass truck, just driving, and he's screaming in a microphone like the same 3 words. Okay, I think he's gone now. But yeah, the only thing that this would lead to, I think, would help them be less insecure, which, yeah, then that's a good thing. But, it will give them the confidence to post more and overall stuff like that. But the problem is that while in the beginning it might be good, because, okay, it's just harmless. It's my first post. I want, some acknowledgement. Obviously, I probably spent a long time dealing with the post because it's my first post, okay? Everybody's first post is like kind of nerve-wracking, to say the least. So they want some quick dopamine, some quick attention from that post. Because if they don't, they're going to be like, oh man, I did something wrong and I'm not going to post again, okay? Which is not a super good thing for what, they're trying to achieve overall. Okay? But that attention at some point, it's making it worse, okay? Because they get more and more, it compounds, and after the first few posts, you don't really need like any validation anymore to post. You're like, okay, I'm fine now. I'm not scared to post anymore, okay? But they still continue to get that, and it could even compound, and they might believe that they're actually way better than they actually are, okay? So, in reality, a good thing transforms into a very bad thing, okay? It ends up being just a cycle of fake love. You know how Drake said, I got fake people showing fake love to me? It's literally that. Now, that's kind of Instagram as a whole, but even more in those like girl posts, especially ugly girl posts, okay? And why would that be bad? Why would them having very high confidence be bad? As I said, they will be like, oh, I'm so much better. I'm receiving like, Kim K treatment. Then I might as well have like a Kanye or, whatever boyfriend, okay? I can't go for anybody. I gotta go for the top guys, okay? And the top guys will never actually go for them, but they might go for a one night stand with them, okay? So what happens is they go for a one night stand with them, and then they end up being like, oh no, he left me because something else. It's not my looks. He didn't just wanna bust a quick nut, okay? No. For sure, he actually liked me, and he was just not the right guy, okay? I gotta find the right guy, but still a Chad though, still a Chad. That's how they think after the, because obviously, like, think of it as a guy. Like, if you can pull like you know. It happened to me too. I pulled like a really bad girl, okay, that was actually like better looking than me, than I would say. You know, I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but like I'm pretty good looking, okay. I'm just, you know, I'm not a black pillar, but I know stuff, okay, about this type of things, and I know I'm pretty good looking, okay. And this girl was actually better looking than me for a girl, okay, which is quite rare, okay, to see at least in real life like that, okay. And I pulled her, and then, you know, things got messy, and yeah, we you know, I don't want to get into it, but we split up, and after that I was like, damn, I can just I'm not even looking at you know, other girls anymore. They gotta be at her level of attractiveness or higher, okay. That's how I was like, and I'm still a little like that still, okay. So then what happens when they like, you know, when when Lil Mosey DMs them, or you know, like, okay, that's like you pulling like, you know, an Instagram model or whatever, you know. So if you pull an Instagram model, are you gonna go for the like, you know, the, oh, she's kind of cute. Oh, that sounded kind of sus. Why did I say it like that? But you know, she's a high type of girl. You know, would you go for that? Because as a guy, maybe we would more than, I don't know to be honest. But yeah, just a thing to think about. Okay, it's not it's like them. You can't really blame them. You know, it's like, I mean, what's like the opposite of Chad? Stacy. Yeah, you get with Stacy, and then you can't really look at like anything but a Stacy anymore, you know, and it kind of happens to them too. Okay, but well, I would say though the difference is that, well, as a guy, if you pull a Stacy, you most likely can pull a Stacy again and keep her. Meanwhile, as a girl, if you can pull a Chad for one night, that doesn't really mean you can really pull him forever, if you know what I mean. Okay, just that's how I feel about it. I feel like that's the difference in the two situations, is that, well, yeah, well, it kind of both mess with your head, that you kind of permanently alter your standards. At least for the guy is at least kind of realistic, because okay, he did something right to pull Stacy, you know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe if she was drunk or something like that, that doesn't count. But assuming it was like a normal interaction or whatever, you know, he could probably replicate that and do that again, okay? And maybe this time keep her. Okay, but as a girl, it's like, that guy probably just chose you because he wanted to bust a quick one, okay? It's, as I said, I'm not trying to be like good here and just tell you what you want to hear, but the reality hurts, you know. Sometimes it's gonna be like that. Sometimes DM, you know what I mean. I'm not saying that this whole thing you ruin everything just because a girl gave you hearts in your DMs, but you know, it's just something to think about. I wanted to talk about this because I thought it was genuinely interesting, and deep down we all know, both guys and girls, we know that those heart eyes are fake, okay? Those comments are fake, okay? Maybe some are like, as I said, maybe some are real, but like, how many of them are real? Like, if you got 100 heart eyes comments, I guarantee you that most of them, at least 90% of them, are fake. Okay, they're just trying to get heart eyes themselves, or they don't want you to improve. But to be honest, for me, if I were to get like praise, I would want to do even better. I'm that type of guy. You know, someone tells you, "Oh, your biceps are huge." Yeah, I want to get them even bigger because of that. Like that kind of gives me motivation, you know. But for a lot of people, it's like, "Oh, you're rich." Okay, I'm rich. I don't need to make money anymore. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, I'm beautiful. I don't need. I can eat bullshit. You know. Just something to think about. And this video. Hold on. How long have I been recording for? Thing is, okay. Almost half an hour at this point. So I'll stop it here. And tomorrow's video is gonna be about the guys, okay? It was dumb of me to think that I would be able to create a video that's like 2 parts in one when I talk about one topic for half an hour, okay? So I'll leave it here. And the next video tomorrow, I'm gonna put it in like the title card on the screen. And the next video tomorrow is gonna be about how guys undermine the small things. As I said, I talked about that in this video as well. So yeah, click that title on the screen now if you want to see that.